Welcome to the M Factor Live, a space where art of movement meets wisdom of the heart. My name is Emme, and you are joining me today at another yoga live stream. I have been tuning in with you at 12 o'clock each day for the past, 12 days. And I wanted to ask you today, how are you? I know some of you have been watching this, and we are all in this together. And before we start, I want you to take just one moment and ask yourself, how am I in this moment in time? What's going on? Don't immediately react and allow your mind to find an answer to this question, but just tune in, because that is going to be the lesson of today, today's teaching, today's practice. How do we tune in so that we can discover what is going on in our body, find the places where we hold on to tension and where we hold on to energy and emotions that might not serve us. And how do we let go of that? So yoga is a wonderful way to tune in. And I hope you have a little bit time. I hope you have a little bit space to breathe. These classes are little snippets of what yoga has to offer. And while a lot of us think yoga are just postures on the mat, if we learn to tune in, to tune inward, we can make this a beautiful personal practice that allows body, mind, and spirit to come together, so that in times like this, right now in here, where we're all hunkered down and where I think nobody really knows exactly what will happen and where we're going from here, all we can do is show up one day at a time. So each day is a new day. It's a new opportunity to be alive, to do what we need to do. Some of us are on the forefront of this, and I think if we all, even all of us who are at home and who are not in the hospitals or out in the stores supplying us with the needs that we need to survive right now, I think that it is really important to find places where you can serve, where you can give to others, where you can give something that is of value to others, to soothe their day, to help them feel a little bit better. Because if you reshift your focus from just feeling the pain and the fear and the anxiety in your own body and shift it to being able to help somebody else, it will help us in turn as well. Yeah, so reach out to each other, call, pick up the phone, go online and FaceTime with your loved ones and friends, and just ask, how are you feeling today? And is there anything that you need that I can help with? Do this for each other, because that's the one thing that we can do. And a lot of us, I think, need that question from somebody else. What do you need? How can I be of help? Yeah. So today's class, I have prepared a little bit a sequel of what we did yesterday. I think that deep stretches and deep breathing helps us to transform the energy in our body. And the way how most of us feel tension and anxiety is that the body is tight and we feel not fluid, we don't feel relaxed, we feel it's almost like a current of energy is tightening and tense us up. And yoga, of course, has wonderful tools to counteract that. So yesterday's class was a beautiful, deep, slow-moving flow, and today we will keep going from this. We will need a chair, if you have a chair, so you see I'm sitting on a chair today. I have prepared a few pillows, so if you have a few dense pillows that you can lay over towards the end, if you have a yoga bolster, please take your bolster out, and we need one belt or a scarf, something that you can allow your body to be pulled with. All right, so let's take a moment and find our seat on the chair. Make sure that your position is as upright as possible. And in all the classes that I've taught, you can see that a lot of times I spend a moment to find the seat. Most of us have a little bit difficulty to sit upright for a moment. And if you want to learn to find techniques in your body, to feel your body, to sit a little bit deeper and upright, I teach that in depth in my group classes online as well. So if you ever are interested, all of this, what I do here to dive a little bit deeper, just contact me, you know where to find me. So we tilt our hip forward, lengthen through the sternum up. Let the head of the crown of the head lengthen upright a little bit. And because most of us are slightly tilted forward with our neck, we need to make an effort to almost lengthen consciously through the chin inward so that the back of the neck elongates. Yeah? And for some of us, this will take already a little bit of effort, and that's okay. Because part of what we're teaching the body, even when we breathe, even when we center in, is that we more and more want to be in this upright, elongated position. Yeah? So let your arms relax to the side of your body, your hands resting on your thighs. Your feet are grounding equally onto the ground. Create a position that is really equal in your right and left side of your body so that you can center in and find your spine as this beautiful vertical core from which we are sitting upright. Good. Close your eyes and take a moment to arrive. We started with the question, how am I today? And right now and here, we have the time to just take a moment and tune in what is going on within us. Without going anywhere, without guiding yourself, without any control, without any input, how can we tune inward and not get distracted by the busyness of our thoughts, by signs that our body is giving us? And how can we take a moment to become still so that we can connect what is on the inside? Whatever comes up, don't push it away. Don't go into fixing mode and try to relieve or change or evaluate or judge. Can we be here for just a moment, sitting without doing anything else but breathing and feeling our body? Notice where the tension is. Scan through your body and feel, where is my tension today? Can you notice it? Can I sit upright and be in a somewhat balanced, relaxed place where it's okay to receive whatever comes up without responding and reacting. And notice what your mind does. In this moment in time, all is well. Everything that is on the outside happening is on the outside. It is not here and now. So we let go of being entangled in what is going on. We shift our focus inward and feel how breath by breath there is a tiny little more space, because we're letting go of the restriction that comes from the outside. Each inhale, you can feel into your body, and each exhale, we release and let go. Notice your face. If there is tension in our face, can we soften the forehead, the space around the nose, the mouth, the lips, and our jaws? Can the neck be relaxed? Can the shoulders hang without us having to move a lot, to bring effort into this position? Can I allow the shoulders to sink away from my ears? Now notice your arms and hands. Feel if there's tension in there. And feel how the connection between your palms and your thighs, if you bring awareness to exactly that connection, you can feel your own body a little bit clearer. And now notice your spine one more time. Where is the tension in our back, in our core, in our belly, in our rib cage? Is there tension? Notice your hips and the legs. Is it hard to just sit? Maybe yes, maybe no. All there is in this moment in time is our awareness for this present moment. We are here. We took the time out of our day to take care of ourselves. And with the space to breathe, to move, we can change the energy within our body. We can change the energy in our mind. And we can change the energy in our emotions. And we take 3 more calm breaths. And open our eyes after your 3rd exhalation. Gaze over the tip of your nose. And please take this calm, centered energy into our movements. Let's start by rolling our shoulder blades forward, upward, back, and down. Inhale and exhale. Make the movement deliberately slow. because the slower you move, the more you can actually pay attention to how you move and what is going on when you move. Let's do this one more time. And lower. Extend the arms out to the side. Let the palms face to the front. And see if you can extend your fingers and lengthen and stretch and really tighten up into your hands all the way. So make your arms, your shoulders, your chest, your rib cage, your head, your neck all the way tight, and release. And let the head and shoulders and neck release for just a moment. Let everything hang. And again, we lift up, expand, hold on, lengthen the arms, stretch out, stretch out, stretch out, fingers wide, and slowly release. Let your chest hang, head, shoulders, and back. And again, one more time, roll up. Lift up tall and expand, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Feel the tension. This is tension. This is tension. Expand. One more. And exhale. And release. Slowly roll down a little bit lower so that your hands are almost touching your feet. Maybe you can go even lower than that. And let your head hang, shoulders and back. You can maybe dangle your head a little bit. And then slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. How do we do this? One vertebra at a time. Slowly. Slowly roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up. And lift up. Interlace your hands behind your head and slowly open the arms out to the side. Lift your head and let your chin expand forward, upward. That's the opposite of what we just did. Lift, expand the elbows all the way wide. And slowly, let's go down one more time. Head, chin draws in, roll forward from your neck. Upper back, middle back, lower back. And if you're able to go a bit deeper, widen your knees and slowly let yourself hang down. Wherever this is, do not worry how far or deep this is. Let your head and neck hang down. Let it dangle a bit. Feel your neck for just a moment. A lot of us bear tension in our head, neck, and shoulders, or in our lower back and hip area. Those are the two parts where most of us feel the tension the most. And slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Maybe have your hands help you to lift up and come into a seated position. Very good. I'm going to turn my chair around so you can see me sideways. So now I would like us to lean with our upper back against the edge of the chair. If you have a chair that can lean into the back, and then again interlace your hands behind your skull, open the elbows and see if you can slightly lean over the chair and lift your gaze. I do not want the neck to come into a kind of like a crunched position. I want the chin and the chest to lengthen before you lift the chin up. And open and hold here for a moment. And see if you can breathe deeply into your chest. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do this one more time. Inhale. And exhale. And come back to center. Feel how already that changes how your upper body feels. Yeah, this is a wonderful way to create length and a little bit of tension release in the head, neck, and upper shoulder girdle. A lot of the reason why we feel tension in our head and neck, upper shoulder girdle, is because we are hunched and crunched most of the time. So our posture plays a big role in being able to not facilitate so much heaviness and weight that actually most of us can feel in this upper back. Let's do this one more time. So slightly try to allow the edge of your chair to lift you up. Open the elbows wide and see if this feels differently a second time. Most of the time, the second time, the body allows us to go a little bit further. Don't crunch the neck. It's not about lifting or letting the head tilt back. It is about opening the chest. So the more you open the elbows, the better. And now really breathe in your chest and rib cage. Breathe into it. Blow it up with your inhale. And feel the expansion. And then exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Slowly come back to center. And feel, yeah? This already creates a completely different feeling in your head, in your neck, in the upper back muscles. So now we take the right arm and allow it to hold against the edge of your chair here. So if you can, you should be able to hold here. If your arm is a little bit longer, you can also hold on to the foot of the chair. Yeah. So let that right arm lower down all the way. Hold on to it so that your right shoulder is a little bit lower. And then we take the left hand around our right ear and very slowly start to draw the left ear towards the left shoulder, very lightly. Lightly means that you're not taking the hand and really pulling on it. Lightly means that you're actually doing this with your own head and just let the weight of the hand come onto your ear and just give a little bit more of a stretch. And now I want you to draw the chin slightly in towards you and lift the chin back up. And feel what a beautiful stretch you feel in all the way in these tense muscles in our neck. Yeah, if you take the other hand and just feel here for a moment, you can feel the tension in those neck muscles. And a lot of us have tension there. So now, again, we are not pulling a lot. We're just releasing the head to the side. And you might see that most of us don't have a lot of movability there, yeah? And that's really a shame. It's a sign that we're not bending our head sideways as much. And then slowly lift back up. And open up and feel the difference now between left and right, yeah? There's a huge difference already. All right. Left arm hugs around the chair or the leg, wherever you can hold on to. Good, sit upright. So let this left shoulder almost drag down a bit. The right hand comes around the left ear. And open this elbow just a bit, yes. And then very slowly start to bend sideways. Now here's one more trick, one more technique, and that is the first few breaths, the first moments when you're doing this, don't go really deep. Don't go as deep as you possibly can, but allow breath by breath your movement to open up a little bit more. So I always like to say you're starting at like 60-70% of your stretch, and then you are going breath by breath a bit deeper, very lightly. Very lightly. This should really feel good. And don't forget to draw the chin in a bit and lift the chin up. And when you do this, You can feel the different fiber parts on the side of our neck, the different area in our neck muscle. Good. And now see if you can notice and stay with your head one more time, completely flat, facing the front. So not pulled forward or upward or slightly tilted. Imagine the head stays in this plane. Yes. Good. I feel it all the way into my shoulder. Creates a nice stretch all the way going down. And open up and release. Good. Oh, feel it. Feel the head and the neck, yeah? Very lightly. Good. All right. So, from here, I would love for us to sit on the side of our chair. So I'm going to show you sideways this way. We're sitting with the right side of our thigh against or towards the seat of the back of the seat, yeah? So right side. Feet are on the ground. For some of us, we won't be sitting equally because our legs need a little bit of space. So see if you can at least have both sit bones on the chair. Good. Sit upright. And we lift up the right arm and allow it to move back behind us. And bring it one more time back. Forward. Good. And back. Good. Allow the left arm to come to the outside of your right knee. And keep moving that right arm forth and back. Very lightly. Lift up high and bring the arm back. One more time. Lift up and back forth. Good. Now, with this right arm, I want us to turn our whole entire spine to the back. So you can see that my shoulders and my rib cage are already twisting. My hips stay in this position, and I'm twisting my rib cage and my shoulders. And then we'll take our arms around the back of the seat, left and right. And we slowly start to twist a little bit further. Now, our inhale backs us up a little bit, and our exhale twists us a little bit deeper. Again, we just learned that we're starting at 60-70% of our deepest stretch, so don't immediately push and force yourself. The hands and the arms are not moving a lot. We are doing this actively from our spine, and the hands are just there. You can even open the palms, the fingers are just there to assist our exhalation to twist a little bit further. With each breath, I can feel how my spine wants to twist a bit further. The important part in this position, once you have found it, is that we're sitting upright. The chin is drawn in slightly because most of us have the neck forward. So make an effort to lift and lengthen, and then slowly pay attention to where you're twisting from. Does it hurt in the lower back? Do you feel this in your sacrum? Are my legs moving? All of that is not what we want. We want to go only as far as we can so that our torso moves. Wonderful. And you see, we sat here for a minute or so, which is a wonderful way to teach the nervous system. That's where I want to be. And slowly come back to center. Wonderful. Just counter twist to the other side for just a moment and switch to the other side. All right. If you breathe right now, you should be able to feel that the right side feels completely different than the left one if you pay attention to it. Good. Other side. We're sitting with our left leg towards the back of the seat. Have your feet parallel, your knees in one line. Sit upright. Good. And we start with the right arm to the outside of the left knee. And then lift up the left arm and let it come back behind us and lift back up and forward. Good. We're doing this to lengthen the torso. The arm is helping us to lift and lengthen into our side body. So we want the left side body to really elongate. And other side. Good. One more time. Forth and back. And then from here, we'll do this one more time and hold. So lift up, lengthen your left side body. Turn to the left all the way. Let your whole entire torso, wherever it can today, lift. Good. And then place your hands around the edge of your chair. And then breath by breath, I am starting to twist. 60%, 70%. Inhale. With my inhalation, I can lengthen my spine a bit more. And with my exhale, I engage my core. Because my obliques and my abdominal muscles, we have a wonderful network of abdominals here that are really, really important for our posture. And the stronger they are and the more they are able to move us better, the better our posture will be and the less tension we will have physically. Let's do this one more breath. Inhale and exhale, and hold this position at the furthest point and see if you cannot push with your arms a lot. If your passive and active range of motion is the same or close to it, and if you can find this seat without tensing up, and slowly come back to center. Oh, good. All right. Let's come onto the seat forward one more time. And fold forward in between our legs one more time. Some of you will feel this in their lower back. Some of you will feel it more in the middle part. Some of us might feel how the head and shoulders are a little bit more relaxed. So we have created movability in our thoracic spine, which allows us to release a little bit more. And then slowly roll up one more time into our last seat. Good. So what we have done is we have created movement in the torso. We have stretched a little bit the shoulder and neck connection here, where a lot of us hold tension. And because of that, even our breath is not as open and free and wide as we want it to be when we come into a relaxed position. Yeah? So it is well worth it to find positions where you can work on movability in your upper torso. Good. All right. So let's put the chair to the side and we're going onto the ground, onto the belly. So we lay on our belly. All right. So slowly lay on our belly. Let your forehead come onto your hands. Let your legs open up a little bit wider and just release your sacral area and lower back and hips by wiggling a little bit from side to side. It's almost like a rocking motion. Our hips are rocking from side to side. And with the next few breaths, we stop the rocking and allow the belly, the body weight to completely release into the mat. Notice if you can relax on the belly, or if there are parts of your body that tense up when you just lay flat on the belly. Feel how your inhalation expands the belly a little bit, and how your exhalation deflates the rib cage and the abdomen area. Inhale and exhale. Notice if the breath can go into your lower back and sacral area. See if you can bring attention and breath into exactly that area in the lower back. For some of us who have sensitivity in that area, this is actually a good exercise to release. Inhale and exhale. And see if you can totally let go. You might or you might not, and that's okay, because it's good to know this about our own body, where we can relax and where we can't. Let's do this one more breath. And then we open up the right leg. Close your feet together for just a moment, and then from there, open up the right leg into a 90-degree angle. So 90-degree means that my torso to my knee and thigh is in a 90-degree, as well as my knee to my ankle. So see if you can be in that position and feel that little opening that we have, this little triangle in the side of the crease of our hip here. And I want you to see if you can flatten this a little bit more, so that you're not laying in a side position where the sacrum is tilted, but we are laying with our sacrum as square as possible. So this little crease in our hip here is trying to release towards the ground. That's where we're going. Don't push it, but see if you can scooch out that right leg a little bit more. And now we take a few more breaths into the belly, into our hip. And slowly with our next inhale, we lift our head, and see if you can lift yourself up into Sphinx pose, onto our elbows. So we bring our elbows below our shoulders and elongate and lengthen the chest forward. Inhale and exhale. Can the belly stay on the ground? Can we slightly pull ourselves forward a bit to create some traction? Can the head look forward? If it is very tiring, you can also look down, but see if you can at least look straight ahead forward. And slowly release back down. Turn your head to the left side and see how far your head can turn to the left. Your arms can be to the side of your body, and we're turning the whole cheek, the head, all the way down towards the ground. Turn as far as you can, and allow the weight of the head to release. Take 2 more breaths. And come back. First the head turns back. And then allow the right leg to come back. And release one more time with your hands below your forehead. Wiggle your hips. And we'll do this whole thing on the other side too. So left leg opens up into a 90-degree angle. You can actually look at your leg and see if it is a 90-degree angle on the side. Good. And then this pelvic little triangle that we have in the crease of our hips, see if you can flatten this just a bit. And take a few breaths into the belly, your rib cage, and allow the weight of the body to rest onto the floor in this position. Can the breath flow so that I can create space in my body? And then we slowly lift up our head. Come onto our elbows. Slowly lift yourself up. And see if you can slightly pull yourself forward. Since we are on a sticky mat, you will probably not be able to move anywhere, but you can create this drag forward. And that's exactly what we want. Good. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last time, one more. Inhale. And slowly release back down. Wonderful. Turn your head to the right side this time. So I'm trying to turn as far as I can. I'm not letting my head and my whole torso go to the right. I am only turning my head to the right. And let the side of my cheek or the ear, if you can, the ear come onto the ground. In and exhale. Notice if we're tensing up somewhere, and that's the parts that we're breathing into. And here you can see the difference between the left and the right side of your head and neck, how far we can turn. Usually we have one side that is a little bit easier than the other. It's good to know this, but it's also even better to work on the side that is not as open. And then slowly lift the head up to neutral. Let the left leg extend back. And slowly bring the hands to the side of your chest. Lift yourself up slowly and round back into a child's pose. We have two different versions of child's pose, of passive child. One is with the forehead on our arms that are crossed in front of us. So for some of us, this is a beautiful resting pose. Or if you can go a little bit deeper, you can let your head and chest sink down with the forehead touching the ground and the arms alongside your body. This is called child's pose. And I want you to feel the whole back resting and allow the sit bones to sink towards your heels as far as they can. And then breathe into your belly. And really take a moment to experience what child's pose can give you.
Let's take one more breath. And then very slowly, maybe place your hands onto the ground beside you, because it helps us to lift up. Roll up one more time, one vertebra at a time. Lift up. And feel the body, feel how most of the tension that we felt hopefully has transformed a little bit. I hope you can feel this, yeah? Through the deep breathing and through us putting ourselves into positions that actually we have moved a lot in our upper back and spine area. Okay, let's take our either bolster or the pillows one more time. We did this yesterday and I think it was a wonderful, wonderful stretch. So everybody maybe has 2 or 3 pillows at home. I hope they are a little bit dense, so you see this gives me a little bit lift, so when I put my body weight on it, it'll go lower, which is fine, but it still gives me a little bit lift. So find something that can lift you up a little bit, a cushion or the pillows. If you have a yoga bolster, it's a little bit easier because it's denser, but I believe you can be creative. You certainly have something at home. All right, so today we want to do this. Yesterday we did a back bend over the pillows. Today I would like to do a restorative shavasana, a resting position that is different from just laying flat on the ground, but it opens our spine and rib cage a little bit and renews and enforces exactly that what we have just stretched. So take 2. If you have 3 blankets, it would be great. If you have just 2, take 1 blanket in front of the other one. So we want really 2 blankets on top and then pillows. 2 pillows on top of each other and then 1 pillow in front of it. And then we sit with our sacrum all the way against this lower pillow and slowly lean into our pillows. Good. And what will happen is that the lift of these double pillows that are below me, so I'm going to pull this a little bit closer, will lift up my rib cage and my chest a little bit. So make sure that your head is still on the pillow. Yeah, I don't want you to be hanging back with the head. I still want it to be on the pillow, but sinking back slightly. And since we have 1 pillow right here on our lower back, it should actually also lift up our lower back. You will feel this immediately. This feels heavenly if you lay back onto it and you have the pillows in the right place. So below our lower back, you'll see this lower pillow that I have is supporting my whole torso, and then I have my head slightly sinking back. So it's absolutely okay that the head sinks back a little bit. I do not want the head to be lifted up. I want it to extend just a bit. Yeah, wonderful. And then let your legs open as they roll out and be completely relaxed. Some of us like to open them wider, some of us are fairly closed, very individual and personal. So let your legs open and roll wherever it feels the best for you. Now just for 1 moment, bring your palms together right in front of your chest. And then slowly open up the palms all the way to the side and see if your elbows can lead the way and you can allow the arms to hang to the side for just a few moments. We take a few deep breaths into our rib cage and feel the expansion and the freedom of our chest, spine, head, neck, and shoulders. If you have to move yourself to position yourself better, please do so. Yeah, this should feel heavenly. If you are in the right place there, you will feel immediately, wow, this feels great. Lift up the arms one more time, and this time let your thumbs lead the way. Open your arms into a V. Not into a T all the way to the side, but into a V shape, and see if your thumbs can lead the way past your head towards the ground, and let your arms hang there for just a moment. Just a few breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more deep breath. See if you can expand and reach, if this prompts your body to expand a bit. And exhale. Wonderful. Slowly let your arms open out to the side and let them come a little bit lower so that the arms come alongside your body. Maybe a little bit wider open. Let the arms completely relax. You can feel how your shoulders should be supported by your pillows, and the elbows, hands, lower arms are completely relaxed. Beautiful. So close your eyes here. This is our resting position. And I would like to guide you into deepening your restorative and deepening your body into allowing the weight to relax into these cushions and pillows onto the ground. So remember how we started our class by asking, how do I feel today? Where am I? In my body, where am I with my mind? Where am I with my emotions? Take this as a starting point right now and here, because you will create the connection in your physical body. And without doing anything else than just resting and allowing to get a little heavier with each breath, we are fully focusing on releasing and letting go of any weight, of any tension. Of any thoughts that create a story of something that is not yet happened. We're letting go of this story. We're letting go of the anticipation of something that is not here in this moment in time. For just these next few breaths, we are allowed to feel tired. We are allowed to feel exhausted. It's okay to not know where we're going. It's okay to not have a path, a clear path that we can see, to not have a plan. How would this feel if it would be okay for just this moment in time to not have a plan? To rest without anticipation of something coming, but to remind yourself that all there is this moment that we're laying on our lovely pillows here on our back. I focus on my breath, and my breath, my each in and exhale
is a metaphor for me being alive. So if you let go of the story of tomorrow and you fully focus on your aliveness today, you can see that the anxiety and the pain, the exhaustion and the tiredness, the uncertainty loosens its grip on us. Now notice your head one more time, if it is supported and relaxed. Feel into your neck. See that the neck is only a connection piece between the head and the rest of the body right now. It doesn't have to hold anything. It's simply a connection piece. Feel your shoulders and your rib cage. Feel the shoulder blades that are supported by your pillows. Notice the heaviness of the arms. See if you can allow them left and right to hang even deeper, to become heavy. Feel the upper arms, the elbows, the lower arms. Notice your wrists and the palms all the way to the fingers into our fingertips. Can you notice the energy in those body parts? How does that feel for you? It's almost like a vibration. There's a difference between thinking about our body and thinking of relaxation, or really experiencing this in our body. Notice if you are thinking of it or if you are actually experiencing it. And then we keep walking downward through our spine, rib cage, into our belly, the front of the belly, the sides, and the back, where the lower back is, and our sacrum. Feel your hips that are also beautifully supported by a combination of pillows and ground. And notice the heaviness. Feel if your hips can become a little bit more heavy on the ground. And then feel your legs, the front thighs, the sides, the back of our thighs that we now feel on the ground, the inner thighs. And notice if you can walk down with your sensation of feeling how our legs feel, and feel your knees, the lower part of the front of the shins, your calf muscles. All the way down into your ankles, feet. I can feel my heels touching the floor. I feel the middle part of my feet, the arch, the ball of my feet, and the toes, left and right. And just like with my fingers, I feel the soft vibration. This is called awareness, body awareness. And I allow my mind to follow this sensation rather than creating stories that my body is following. We are reversing it. And we slowly deepen our breath. Notice your breath one more time. Feel the rhythm while you're starting to deepen. And you can immediately also feel the sensation in your rib cage, in your torso, because when we breathe a little bit deeper, our body starts to move again. And then we wiggle our feet, our hands, toes, and fingers. Maybe roll your wrists and ankles. And then very slowly, if you like, extend into one more deep stretch. Bring your hands onto your belly. Turn your head one more time from side to side. And then we bend the knees, place one foot after the other back onto the floor. And we roll over to the right side. Don't go all the way down. Stay on your pillows. Stay here for another moment. In and exhale. And notice the change, the transformative change that has happened while we moved through this class. I think every one of us is able to feel it if you were able to do the class. And then we slowly lift up. Notice the glow. Notice the body. I have so much energy going on into my body now. You might be able to feel this in your face, in your head, in your shoulders and neck. This is called energy, and this is trainable. You can learn to feel this, and it takes a little time. It is a little bit of a practice to be able to fully relax. Yeah, most of us need a little bit of practice how to do this. So today was a wonderful example, and you can always come back to this whenever you need it. So we come into our last seat and end our class with gratitude. I hope you have the time to take care of yourself. And I know some of you might think, how in heaven's name shall I take an hour out of my day? It is a matter of importance. And I think, especially when we're busy, especially when it seems like there is no time, we need even more to take care of ourselves. And to have a ritual, to have a routine, to have something to fall back on that you have learned, that is not something that you then have to learn, but that is something that you can fall back on, is really an important part of your yoga practice. This is why we practice daily. This is why we have to learn. And this is why it's very personal, so that you can choose these things that fit to your life. Because all of what we do here in these classes are just giving you this energy for a moment. It's almost like we're giving you a fish to eat. But if you learn yoga, if I can teach you to fish, you will be always able to nourish yourself with what yoga can give you. Yeah? So maybe that's a good example, teaching you how to fish so that you can do this without me, without anybody, that this is part of your self-care routine, that you know yourself and you can take that into the life that is waiting for us, and that sometimes is so challenging that we need to dig deep and find that energy, that strength, that calm and balance in these uncertain times within us. Because the strength is not on the outside, it is within us. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you come back. I will be here at 12 o'clock tomorrow. I will see you then. Namaste.